What if I told you you're probably paying for AI tools you don't actually need? Today, I'll show you 5 completely free AI tools that can replace expensive software and still deliver amazing results. I'll also tell you where each one falls short, so you know exactly which tools are actually worth using. Let's start with one that can turn your ideas into professional diagrams in seconds. Imagine typing a messy idea like this and watching it turn into a clean, professional diagram in just a few seconds. That's exactly what Napkin AI does. Instead of dragging shapes around or spending 20 minutes inside Canva, you simply write your idea and the AI builds the visual for you. Let me show you. I'll paste a few sentences, click generate, and that's it. In seconds, you get a polished diagram that's ready for presentations, YouTube videos, blog posts, or team meetings. You can even change the layout, switch the style, customize the colors, or export everything as an image or SVG. The best part? You don't need any design experience. If you can write a sentence, you can create visuals that actually look professional. Now, one thing I really like about Napkin is that it saves a huge amount of time when you're explaining complex ideas. But here's something you should know. It's amazing for diagrams and visual explanations, not for full graphic design. If you're trying to design YouTube, thumbnails, or social media posts, you'll still want a tool like Canva. For turning plain text into clean visual explanations, though, Napkin AI is one of the fastest free tools I've used. That was our first tool. Now let's move on to tool number 2, Adobe Firefly. If you've ever needed a specific image for a video, thumbnail, or social post, you already know the problem. Finding the exact image you want to take forever. That's where Adobe Firefly comes in. Instead of searching through hundreds of images, you can describe what you want and let AI create it. For example, I can type something as simple as this, and within seconds, Firefly gives me multiple versions to choose from. This is especially useful when you're making YouTube videos, because you don't always need another stock photo that everyone else is using. You can create a visual specifically for the scene you're working on. But there's a catch. AI-generated images aren't always perfect. You may need to regenerate a few times before you get exactly what you're looking for. And if you're finding these tools useful, stick around, because the next one is built for something completely different. Next up, we're moving from creating visuals to editing content, and this one can save you a serious amount of time. Now let's move to tool number 3, Descript. Editing a video usually means jumping between your timeline, captions, audio, and a dozen little cuts. Descript takes a completely different approach. Instead of hunting through your timeline, you can edit the video through its transcript. Delete a sentence from the text, and Descript removes that part of the video too. It can also handle things like captions and basic audio cleanup, so you can spend less time fixing tiny editing problems. And this is where Descript gets really useful. Once your video is transcribed, finding and changing specific parts becomes much faster than scrubbing through the entire timeline. But there is a catch. Descript is incredibly convenient, but some of its more advanced AI features and usage limits depend on the plan you're using. So if you want to edit videos by working with words instead of constantly dragging clips around, Descript is definitely worth trying. But what if you don't just want to edit your content? What if you want AI to help you actually build something? That's where tool number 4 comes in. We've covered visuals, images, and video editing. Now we're moving to tool number 4, Gemini, Google's all-around AI assistant. But instead of using it just to ask random questions, there's a much more useful way to use Gemini. Give it a real task and let it work through the information for you. For example, I can give Gemini a simple research task like this, and instead of manually collecting everything myself, it can organize the information into a format that's much easier to work with. And you don't have to start from scratch. You can keep the conversation going and ask Gemini to transform the same information into something more useful. Another reason Gemini is worth trying is its connection to Google's ecosystem, which can make it especially convenient if you already use Google services regularly. But here's the catch. Like any AI assistant, Gemini can still get things wrong. For important information, always double-check the original source instead of treating every answer as fact. If you want one free AI assistant that can help you research, organize information, and turn rough ideas into something useful, Gemini is definitely worth having in your toolkit. And that's 4 down. We've got 1 tool left, and this one is perfect for organizing all those ideas, notes, and projects in one place. And we've reached the final tool. Tool number 5 is Notion AI. And this one is all about turning scattered information into something you can actually use. Because let's be honest, having dozens of notes, ideas, tasks, and half-finished plans doesn't mean you're organized. That's where Notion AI becomes useful. You can take a messy collection of notes like this and ask AI to organize it into something much easier to follow. And instead of manually moving everything around, you get a structured plan in seconds. You can also ask it to summarize information, rewrite rough notes, or turn a long page into quick action points. What I like about this is that the AI isn't just generating another random answer. It's working with the information you've already put into your workspace. The downside is that Notion can feel like overkill if you only need a simple notes app. Its real value shows up when you have multiple projects or a lot of information to manage. But if your ideas, projects, and to-do lists are constantly scattered everywhere, Notion AI can turn that mess into a system you can actually work with. So that's all 5. Napkin for turning ideas into visuals. Firefly for creating custom images. Descript for faster video editing. Gemini for research and everyday AI tasks. And Notion AI for keeping everything organized. But I want to know which one you'd actually use. Drop the tool number in the comments. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And if you want more useful AI tools without the hype, hit subscribe. I've got plenty more worth testing. And if you haven't watched my previous AI tools video yet, check it out on screen. You might find your next favorite tool there.